Hey guys, LockBreakGaminz here, and today I'll be covering yellow and black reviews for the Draftbox 5 Divine Multiverse. Um, so they finally released the last two colors, and I'm personally looking quite forward towards black because I've always really wanted more support for black, be it through Overrealm or just generic support. Cause not many decks these days are running mono black aside Majin Buu, but you know we'll see how it goes. So the first card for yellow is a Kaba, which is a skillless 20k. Will be pretty good with the hit deck. If you want more Universe 6 skillless. Next you have Kaba, Saiyan Invigoration. If you tap 2, place this card from your hand in your drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, negate its skill, and then choose one of your yellow battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and switch it to active mode. I don't see the value in this. You're just negating a card skill. It's not even ignoring barrier. And you're just switching a 2 or less to active mode. Like this I can see the value because you can play using the Kefla Search Leader 20k body, but I'm not too sure about this guy. Next we have Caulifla Saiyan Invalidation. It's a counter attack, negate. It's a 2-drop counter attack. Negate, play, then choose one 3 or less and switch it to rest mode. Honestly not that good, but because her name has Caulifla in it, makes it a Kefla target, so that is in the Union Potara. We have another skillless 10k Caulifla. We had one but it's for red, so I guess they made one for yellow as well. And now we have Kill Uncontrollable Rage, which is a crit dual attack deflect, which honestly isn't that good, honestly. Well, I just repeated it twice, but if it had barrier, it'll make it like actually pretty busted. Crit barrier, dual attack and deflect is almost like untouchable. But then Empress Death Beam just comes out of nowhere and minus this by 30k for 1 energy, so you know. I mean, I wouldn't run this if I was running Universe 6, but it's a decent card to have, I guess. Next we have Kill the Mischievous. When you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards or energy and switch it to rest mode. But for 3 energy, I don't see the value in this as well. Hit the Revoker, counterplay, choose 2 of your opponent's energy and switch them to rest mode. That's actually pretty good. So you pay 3, but you tap 2 of theirs, so if you like tally up, it kind of like comes out as 1 energy. If you view it that way, since you're denying 2 of your opponent's energy. It's a pretty good card. Seeing as the play part, what's it called? The tapping 2 isn't like after you play it. So even if they counter this hit, the tapping 2 still goes into effect. And then this bypasses deflect, seeing as this this skill doesn't affect the battle card. So yeah. Next we have Raw Power Botamo, 15k Revenge. If he had blocker, it would be actually pretty busted, but he's alright. You can actually give this guy blocker with the blue yellow, what's it called? Brace for impact, I think it's, yeah. So you can give this guy blocker as well. Next you have Metal Volume Agata. When you play this card, draw one card. Good for the search leader if you need to draw. But Caulifla also does that. One of the 2-drop Caulifla, so. Next we have Il, Dignified Supremacy. It's a god for Universe 8. 1 yellow, 1 colorless. If your leader is yellow and you send this from your drop to your warp, choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. I mean, it could be useful, but only tapping one isn't that significant, and you're tapping two of your own, so yeah. Next we have more Bergamo support. Bergamo Ferocious Roar is a 5-drop. One yellow, one colorless. When one of your opponent's cards is switched to rest mode by one of your skills, play this card from your hand. That's good. So it comes out for 2 without reducing its own cost. Then next, if your leader card is yellow or Universe 9 card, when you play, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and or energy, ignoring barrier and switch them to rest mode. This is actually like pretty good. Cause this is not a your turns thingy. So you can play Bojack, let's say. You play the rival Bojack, you tap a card, then you pay 2 additional, you play this. Then let's say your opponent has like a Gogeta 7, you tap that Gogeta 7. Or if your opponent needs energy to play, just tap it down. So yeah, it's pretty good. And they made it so you don't have to be a Universe 9 leader. Yeah, this card is actually pretty good. We've already seen this Bergamo. Next we have Gigantic Crusher Bergamo, or Gigantic, whatever. Blocker barrier. During your opponent's turn, it gets plus 10k power. Pretty decent, except when, you know, the good old Empress Death Beam comes out of nowhere and minuses you by 30k for 1 energy, ignoring barrier. Invoker is so busted, but I'm just saying, if they made it 31k at least. You've seen this Basil. This new Basil, the Impervious. Barrier Deflect, very good pair of keyword skills. When this card attacks, choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. Pretty decent. Then you can bring out Bergamo as well. And you can bring this out using the Trio de Dangers 4-drop from set 9. Next you have Venomous Fist Lavender. Looks pretty cool. Blocker Barrier Deflect, very good combo. Choose 2 of your opponent's energy, switch them to rest mode, negate the skill, or negate this skill for the duration of the game. So it's a free tap 2, actually pretty insane. But other than that, it just becomes a blocker barrier deflect for 19k, which is still good, seeing as it has more purpose than just being a blocker, by fulfilling the criteria of being a Lavender card. Next you have Lavender, Universe 9 Agent. Choose one Universe 9 in your hand and place it in your drop area. When you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. For 1 energy, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it fulfills the cry of a Lavender card, so, or Lavender, however you want to pronounce it. Next we have Amphibious Assault Comfrey. Only 1 can be played, and if all energies in rest mode, reduce this by 2. So essentially becomes a 1-drop 20k, which is good for some aggro, but other than that, I don't see the point of this. Actually, no way. This actually will be an insane successor target. For 1 energy, you're bringing out 3 drops, so we'll see. Next we have Roselle, Wings of Universe 9. When you play this, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and switch them to rest mode. I mean, for 1 energy, I guess that's pretty good, but you rarely need to rest the 3 or less, so. Oregano the Web Slinger. When you play this, choose one of your opponent's energy and switch to rest mode. I'm pretty sure you can play this out with Universe 9 Assemble, so I guess it's alright. Next we have Hyssop the Frozen Titan. Activate main, choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. So you pay 2 and switch it to rest mode, pretty decent. We've seen Chapel. Next we have Sorrel, the Cotton-tailed Warrior. It's a blocker, and then for 1 yellow, when this card activates blocker, choose one of your bonus energy and switch it to rest mode. This is also pretty good, seeing as it's a 2-in-1. You activate blocker and you rest an energy. For 2 energy, or if you use it like between 2 turns, it becomes like 1 energy, so yeah. Next we have Feline Force Hop. Blocker, when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and one of their energy and switch it to rest mode. For 4 energy without deflect or barrier, that's kind of dangerous. I mean, barrier isn't like important in this part, but choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and it can be switched to active mode until the start of your next main phase. I would have preferred it if it targeted energy as well, but you probably won't run this anyway, so we've seen Row. Oh, Jiren Universe 11 support, Army of One, Quadruple Strike, you know the trademark Jiren stuff, Dual Attack, actually pretty insane. If your opponent has 4 more energy at the start of your charge phase, if this card is the only card in your hand, you may play this card from your hand. This card is actually very busted. A Quad Strike Dual Attack when your opponent has only 4 energy to defend themselves and probably tap themselves out being offensive. So this just comes out of nowhere. And it's not like it's hard to fulfill this criteria. You can just do it during your defensive step. You just combo all your cards away. They should have made it so if this card is the only card in your hand and there's no other cards in your battle area, to make this fair. You know, cause not only will it become a quad strike dual attack, if you have a 1-drop on field and you draw a successor Jiren off the draw phase and then your leader swing, and then if you take a life from the activate battle, that's 3 cards in total and 3 chances to get a Jiren strength in silence. And since this is free, you essentially have 3 quad strike attacks, so you know, quad strike dual attack pretty deadly. Except when an Empress Death Beam comes out of nowhere and next you by 30k for the turn, so you'll only be a 5k Jiren. So yeah, like I said, Invoker, that's kind of rough. Next we have Topple Justice Forsaken. Triple Strike. When you play this card, choose off your opponent's battle cards ignoring barriers, switch them to rest mode. So there's kind of like a new theme, like 5 drops that when you play all ignore barrier and do some effect. This one is actually one of the worst ones, I say, but it has its uses, seeing as you get to negate their skills. You know, negating their skills can be useful if you are against like, I don't know, 100% overdrive. Then when this card is placed in your drop area from a battle area or a skill, by a skill or KO'd, so your skill works as well, so successor, and then draw 2 cards. Pretty good topple. Next we have Kai Righteous Supremacy. Why did they choose to do this? When you play this, your opponent has 3 or more energy in active mode. Choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. This is actually pretty good. It's just like a tap 1 on your side and tap 1 on their side. I guess it's like a fair exchange. Now onto the extra cards. The real, like, honestly, my favorite part of leaks, you know, cause extra cards are more versatile. As in, like, it can fit in more decks and more useful in more scenarios. When the battle card is played, so it doesn't bypass some barrier. You may choose it and switch it to rest mode, then draw 1 card. So it's like a crusher ball, except it doesn't bypass barrier, but you get to draw. Pretty good, I guess. Both have ball in their name as well. Universe 9 Assemble, we've seen it. Justice Crush, if your leader card is Universe in its special trait. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 4 or less, is played in rest mode if his skills negated for the turn. I'm not sure how often this 4 or less will come up. Like the only target I can think right off the bat is the Arrival Baby. But they can probably bring it out faster than you can activate this, so next you have Ice Lens. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy and negate it. So it's kind of like what's it called? Slumber Strike. Except it's the yellow variant and it only negates the skill. And it is not ignoring barrier. Next you have Triangle Danger Beam. Activate battle, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and negates its skill. Pretty good. As a defensive card. Like if your opponent attacks with like a triple strike dual attack or a quadruple strike dual attack, you know, like certain Jiren, you can just negate it. So that's it for the yellow reviews. Moving on to black. Oh, there's surprisingly a lot of black reviews. Usually when there are black cards, they aren't a lot. So we've seen this Gohan, we've seen this Vegeta. Next we have Enriched Eminence Vegeta. It's a 3-drop black card. Choose 3 battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or 7 in your drop area and place them at the bottom of your deck. When you play this card, it gains crit and dual attack. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like another Teller situation, but you have to pay at least 3, so like that's kind of balanced out. It's good for the Hachiek deck. For the Majin Buu deck is also pretty good. I mean, this card is balanced. I thought it was gonna be like play with crit and dual attack for the turn. I'm like, bruh. Next we have Dynamic Blow Vegeta with a goofy looking face. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, choose 1 card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. I don't get why you would play this. I mean, it's a 2-drop 15k, so assemble the squad target, but you're not gaining any card, you're just cycling through it. Unless you need to put cards back in your deck. Next we have Shin, Noble Supremacy. They rarely call it Shin though, but okay. When you play this draw, if you have 3 or less energy, when you play this card, activate this skill, your opponent can't attack battle cards with energy cost of 7 or more until the start of your next main phase. I can't think of any card that's 7 or more that will bring out at 3 or less energy. Like the only one I can think of is the Cell, Xeno, the ultimate secret rare. So like this will be a good sideboard I guess for that. Um the Graded Baby is a 6-drop. Heartfelt is a 5-drop. There's no real 7 drops that brings out like turn 3. I mean, unless you choose to neg yourself by not charging against like a super aggro deck. Next we have Anilaza, the Towering Atrocity. Double strike barrier for 5 energy. When this card is placed in a drop area from a battle area or combo area, it is placed at the bottom of its owner's deck instead. So this makes it so you can't cycle it using Hachiek, I guess. Then choose activate main slash battle. This is new. I don't think any battle cards have activate main slash battle yet. Choose one of your black battle cards with an energy cost of 5. Send it to your warp. Play this card from your drop area. A double strike barrier. Then you can bring up turn 1. What? Oh. It must be already played. Okay, so it's a bit more balanced. Yeah, if it was energy cost of 4 would be busted, seeing as all the ghost warriors are 4. Um, a black battle cast that's 5 or more. I mean, you can still bring it out turn 1 actually. No, you can't. Eh, I mean, I guess it's still a pretty good card. Oh, there's an errata already. When this card is placed in a drop area from a battle area, when this card is removed from a battle area or combo area, it is placed at the bottom of the owner's deck instead. So it's just like removed in general, so I guess that's kind of fair. So next we have Impregnable Fortress and Elaza. This card can't be switched to rest mode by opponent's skill. Pretty good. When this card attacks, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and send them to their owner's swap. It's pretty good, except the meta these days is barrier, so you know. And then he has no barrier. And then he's a 5 drop and a 30k, so he's in range of a certain extra card that negs it by 30k for the duration of the turn for 1 energy. Then we have Pepperoni, Brilliant Inventor. When your opponent activates a counter skill, draw 1 card, pretty good, except it's a 2 drop. If it's a 1 drop, it'll be pretty busted. Next we have Secret Technique Pepperoni. When this card is placed in the drop, I assume it's the same errata, it's just removed from the battle area. It is placed at the bottom of its owner's deck instead. Main/battle, choose 2 or less, energy cost of 2 and send it to its owner's wall and play this. Is there any reason to play this? Next we have Cochiarator, Menacing Assassin, Triple Attack Revenge. This card can't attack leader cards, okay, so it's just a triple attack towards battle cards, which is still pretty good. No, next we have Cochiarator, the Ultimate Robot Fusion. Create 1 pattern, burst 3, draw 1 for 4 energy. Next we have Koitsukai, Mechanical Courage. It's a 1 drop. Pay 1, remove this card in your drop area from the game. Choose 2 cards in your hand and place them at the bottom of your owner's deck in any order. Draw cards equals to the number of cards you place at the bottom of your deck with this skill. Then for the turn, if your opponent places a battle card with 30k power less, they choose 2 cards from their hand and send them to their warp. This is actually pretty busted, hence why it's an SR, I guess. So you get to draw 2 for 1 energy if you like neg yourself 2, I guess. And then it's like what's it called? Live to fight another day for 1 energy. I guess it's pretty good. Next we have Panchia Robo Warrior. Burst 2, when this card attacks, draw, no, just gets 5k. Next we have Bionic Battler Bolerator. Counter attack, negate the attack and play this card. I feel like there's gonna be a union coming up. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 1 and send it to its owner's swap. It's alright, I guess. Next we have Katopsia, Envoy of Justice. So EX Evolve 1 for a Katopsla with an energy cost of 5. Pretty good. Crit, double strike, dual attack. Very good. Barrier, very good. When the card evolves to this card, switch this card to active mode. This card's pretty good, except it's 30k power, and then a certain extra card. Next we have the 5 drop he EX evolves off, Righteous Fury. EX evolve 2 off a 4 drop, crit double strike. When you play this card, draw 1 card, then choose 1 of opponent's battle cards and send it to its owner's swap. Pretty good. So you think if you draw one card when you play swing, crit, double strike, EX evolve, double strike, do attacks, crit. So swing, swing, and has barrier. So next we have Catopsia Sonic Justice with an EX evolve of 1 with an energy cost of 1. Like 1 as in like Catopsla. Dual attack. And then when you pay 1, when an opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less attacks, negate the attack, then negate this skill. Pretty good. Especially since you're bringing this out turn 2. So 4 or less is still quite relevant. Next we have Catopsla Universe 3 Policeman. It's the 1 drop you EX evolve off. And then when you play this card, look at the top 7 and then choose one Universe 3. So it's a searcher for potentially the other pieces as well. I mean overall this chain is pretty good, but you know, it's quite it'll be hard to make it consistent, seeing as there's 4 pieces. I mean you can just run these 2 only. But yeah. Next we have Nariyama. It's the 3 drop skillless, 30k. Then next we have Nigirishi from the Shadows. And then the same errata text. Activate main slash battle. Choose 3 and send it 3 drop and send it to its owner's ward. Play this. I don't see the value in playing these cards, but like okay. It extends your battle attacks, I guess. Like I say, like make it more aggro. Next we have the Preacher. 10k skillless 1 drop. Viera Everlasting Assault. The same thing, except you warp a 4 drop instead, which makes it more viable because the Ghost Warriors are all 4 drops, so and then it gets crit. So next we have Magikaio, Shapeshifter, Blocker Revenge Barrier, which is pretty good, but for 3 drop it's kind of risky, seeing as there's no deflect. And then you know a certain extra card as well that makes these cards useless for 1 energy, but I won't say more. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it. When you play this, draw 1, pretty useless, but okay. Jiren, Survival of the Fittest. Counterplay, play this card, draw 1, and cards in your hand can't be returned to your deck by your opponent's skill for the turn. I can't think of like many cards that will be affected by this, other than like Bionic Blitz and Hachiek, not Hachiek. What's it called? Hirudegan. But other than that, yeah, it doesn't seem too good. Next we have Vaughn the Righteous. 1 drop, burst 2 for 1 energy, gets plus 10k, pretty whack. And then next we have Casserole the Righteous. 4 drop, when you play, draw 1 and then warp 1 card in their hand. It's alright, but it's susceptible to all sorts of counterplays. And then when this card attacks, choose up to 1 leader card and up to 1 battle card other than this card, and those cards gets plus 5k for the turn. Protector of the People. Counter attack, negate the attack, then you may choose 1 card in your hand, place it in your drop area. If you do, choose 1 of your leader cards and it gets the following effect. For the turn, when this card is attacked by a battle card, it gets plus 5k for the turn. This is actually insanely good against aggro decks, seeing as it's just the attacked part. You don't have to get hit like Bergamo, and it works like Bergamo, so the 3 drop Bergamo I think. And you can just get 5k stack. Pretty good. Not even a scratch. Featuring Goku. Counter attack, negate the attack. Okay. Activate main, pay 1. Send this card from your job to your warp and draw 1. So it's pretty good, like what's it called? System, I guess. You negate for 1, next turn you pay 1 and draw 1. Universe 3 assemble. Activate main for 3 energy, burst 3, and then play 2 black battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less. honestly. Bolerator's Elastic Strike. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to his owner swap. For 2 energy, that's pretty good. Then choose one of your battle cards and send it to his owner swap. So yeah, that's like the payoff, like not payoff, like the real cost, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to be any like specific cost, so you're fine, I guess. The final mission. Activate main for 4 energy. Choose 4 battle cards with energy cost between 3 and 7 in your drop area. Shuffle them into your deck. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards with 20k power less and send them to their owner swap. So it's like a universal board wipe. Like for universal as in like for all decks. But for 4 energy though, I guess it's alright. So yeah, that's it for yellow and black reviews. When the multicolor variants come out, variants like multicolor cards come out, I'll review them. Hopefully there'll be more arrival stuff. So yeah, see you guys next time.